The Warriors podcast is now on Patreon. Head to patreon.com/The Warriors and join our little gang. You get a bonus episode every Friday. It's your way of supporting the podcast and keeping this going. Every penny that we get from Patreon is going back into the podcast, so come and support the gang.
We want to keep making content for you. We've got some exciting videos planned, and it is you who can help us make that happen. And as a little thank you, at some of the higher tiers, we'll send you some little gifts, so you could get things like a cup, a signed card. Hell, I'll even send you a written apology for whatever I've said that's upset you. But do come and support the podcast, help keep it going, and show some love.
Warning. The following podcast contains two highly strung people talking about their anxieties, fears, and worries. If you find any of the content offensive, then we are genuinely really sorry. We won't do it again, honest. Sorry.
Hello and welcome to the Warriors podcast. It's me, Barry Dodds, and I'm joined by her, Hayley Ellis. Hi, Hayley.
Hiya, Barry. Just, you can edit this out, but is it definitely recording on clean feed?
Yes. Hayley's been really careful. We've had lots of technical problems, and of course someone might have forgot to press record last week when they were recording on Zoom, which means that I left Hayley with the task of making video clips with no video, but I think you did a good job. Well done.
Out of thin air. Welcome to the podcast this week. We hope you are well. How's your week been? Let us know. Drop us an email. How's your week been, Barry?
Really sort of odd, like really sort of, I don't know if I may be using this word wrong, but you know the procrastinating.
Okay, yeah, I know what the word means, but how are you using it in what term?
Right, I've got loads to do, like absolutely tons of stuff to get on with, and yeah, I find myself sitting watching videos of blokes hassling security guards on YouTube. And I don't know why. I know I've got stuff to do, and I don't know why everything's distracting me.
Do you know what they say that is, though? Are the things that you've got to do boring?
Technically, yes, but I do feel satisfaction once I've done them. It's like vacuuming and stuff like that.
But they say it's that, like, if it's something you've got to do, like, say I know I've got to do my accounts, then I will do everything possible under the sun to not do those accounts, them. But then spend the whole night worrying that I've not done my accounts.
That's where I'm at, yeah, that's where I'm at. Right, what's wrong with me? What's that called? How do I fix that?
It's called life. Some people say it's ADHD. It's an ADHD thing, because you get hyperfixated on tasks. But I just think it's called life. Do you know, I went to the doctors once, right, and I was like, I'm exhausted. Like, and this was like years ago. I mean, I've been exhausted since I was
gonna say this didn't get treated very well.
And I went, this is before I did stand up, and I was like, I'm so tired. As soon as I wake up, I want to go sleep. And he's like, yeah, it's just called modern living. Have I told you that?
You got a right socky fucker for a doctor there, haven't you?
Modern living was the diagnosis.
Was he an old school doctor?
I don't think so. Just think he wanted me out of his office. Do
you know what? My doctor, when I was growing up, right, I can remember this really clearly. 6-7-year-old, just,
okay.
you know. And I went to the doctor. I basically had an ingrown toenail. And the doctor said to me, he went, oh, well, if you come back in with this, we will have to cut it off. And I remember, and my mum laughed, and I can remember that, but even at anything to do with cutting my toenails, I'm like, oh God, be careful. Like, it's in my brain, it's so ingrained that this doctor is going to be, I hope he's been struck off now. You can't be saying that to children.
Like, we were laughing, going, ha ha, it's a joke, but imagine if that's what he was struck off for. Just like amputating toes.
The butcher of Bensham. At night he goes home and he's got a necklace full of kids' toes.
Oh, God. Grim.
Shit Leatherface. So I've been getting distracted by stuff. And there's this thing that keeps... I don't know why. I don't even know if I like the bloke or not. It's this guy who... he's called DJ Audits. Have you heard of him?
No. It sounds boring, though.
He goes round to like loads of places, like like police stations and like random businesses, and just films them just to try and get a rise out of them.
I hate this. I hate this, though, because people are just they're doing the job. They're on like a basic wage, and then you got some arsehole trying to get a TikTok viral by harassing staff.
Yeah,
You're encouraging it, though, because you're watching them.
I know, and I don't know why I can't turn them off. Oh, it's bizarre. Like I say, just procrastinating and getting annoyed at idiots with cameras.
Because like, how would you feel if, say if you had a normal job and someone's coming in and just filming you, and you're just trying to like clean a work surface?
Oh god, yeah, I'd hate that. Just because you get caught skiving.
Well, you would, yeah.
That's
why you'd be worried about DJ audit, because you wouldn't be doing fuck all.
Whenever he's been out badgering someone, like some company, or whatever, because he always like, I'm just going to fly a drone over your building and take some photos, because he knows legally that he can, right? He's so clued up on the law. And they're like, no, you're not doing that. You haven't got our permission. He's like, oh, well, legally, I think you'll find I've checked the airspace and da-da-da-da-da. So you can't do it. Honestly, I'm watching it. The reason that I get so into them, I'm like, come on, who's going to be the one that snaps and throws them into a hedge? Right.
Drones, flying drones. I mean, get a job. Just get a job.
He makes fucking thousands of these YouTube videos.
This is where I feel old now. Right, do you know when I start to feel old is when people go, oh, like if you're heard of so-and-so, and I go, no, they're a YouTuber, they make millions a day. And I'm like, what do they do? And they're like, just like, things like that, flying a drone over someone's building and harassing them.
Yeah, just mental, and I just end up just watching them thinking, oh, what's gonna...
I'm more impressed that he can fly a drone, because they're really hard. Have you tried flying one of them?
Oh, yeah. I tried flying one. In fact, I've still got the video. I tried flying one when I was up at my parents'. I was trying to like get some like nice shots of like, you know, the beach and the cliffs and, you know, the harbour and things like that. And my brother was like,
what for? What were you getting those shots for?
I'm a wannabe David Bailey, aren't I? Like, I love taking photos, and I was like
harassing models.
What, do you think I'm spying on people sunbathing or something? No.
Yeah, because it just seems weird. Like, why you'd like, oh, I really want some landscape pictures. I've never heard you go on about like taking pictures of stuff before. No, and all of a sudden you've got a drone flying over a beach.
If you think anyone's sunbathing on the northeast coast, then you really don't know what it's like up there. It's like all coal mining and places like that used to be done on the beaches. But I was doing it, trying to get some good shots and that. And I gave it to my brother, and he was like, can I have a go? I was like, oh, be careful. I was thinking, God, my younger brother, he isn't going to have a clue what he's doing with a bloody drone. He got it, and he did a flyby on me mum.
What does that mean?
Just like skimmed her hair. He was like, way, and just like flat on it. He was shit hot at it. Was
she looking like the Krusty Clown, or is it like a hair just in the shape?
Because we're out like with my niece, and he's just like shoom and just flying over her head and stuff like that. Whoa, go on, just terrorising my mother. I
found them really hard to do, because they react really like this. Oh, let me tell you this, because this relates to it. Because I think they're really sensitive. So you touch it a little bit, it's like zoom, and it shoots up. When we went to Disney, right, we went on the Star Wars ride, and it's one where you control is it the Falcon? What's that big ship they're in Star Wars?
In Star Wars,
Millennium Falcon.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So you go in that, and obviously there's loads of geeks in there that are like just loves, like, obsessed with Star Wars. And there's 4 of you per ship. So there's me, my 3-year-old daughter, my partner, and then they went to another. There was just one guy on his own, and they was like, he's gonna be in your ship with you. Welcome to your team. And he's like, and they were like, right, who's the pilots? And it was me and my 3-year-old daughter.
Oh, okay.
And I could see him at the back, panicking. This guy, 3-year-old in control of the Millennium Falcon.
Was he a proper nerd, really? Like...
No, he was. Do you know what? He handles it really well. He handled it really well because we got to sit in the pilot seats and you're in like a simulation. It's dead good. And they're like, you're at the front. And they're going to, my daughter who's 3. They're like, you put the lever up for up and down for down. And I had to control it. Oh, no, I was doing up and down, sorry. And my daughter was controlling it to go left or right. And you basically have to follow around. And the 2 at the back, my partner and this random fellow, was shooting. They had to shoot people. Now, you can imagine a 3-year-old. So it's like really good. It's like all like amazing. They've got someone come in. Right, are you ready to take flights? And you feel like you're going up. And then obviously my daughter isn't controlling it. It's just getting slammed into the side. So it's like,
oh, did it react when you hit things?
Yeah, it reacts. So we were just crashing like a demolition derby and this Millennium Falcon. We're not going over. It must have completely ruined the experience for him because it must have been like being in a fucking bumper car.
Oh god, yeah. What if that's been like his lifetime trip to Disney? And like you only get one go on those rides. You can't run around and go on again. It takes hours to get on them. You've got to queue up for them.
Hours.
He's saved up all his life. He's sold all his expensive Star Wars toys on eBay for this dream chip, and all of a sudden.
There's a 3-year-old.
There's a 3-year-old from Liverpool.
It was just getting. I felt sick because we were crashing that much. I got motion sickness because we were. Honestly, I nearly put a fucking claim in after I come off the ride. I was like, this is...
Have you been injured while riding in a Millennium Falcon driven by a 3-year-old?
And she, at one point, she just sat back and didn't even control it. So it just going
just dead sticking across space, just drifting.
And I could see him at the back trying his best to try and shoot things that weren't there because there was no aim on anything because we were in a wall. We were literally crashing into things. I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been one of those ones that turn up at Disney in full Star Wars gear. They come dressed as like Jedis and stuff, like it's a convention.
I've seen a lot of these people because I like a convention. I like geeky stuff, and it's wrong that I'm sort of looking down on like the Star Wars nerds because I'm there like I'm always like, oh, check out the guy dressed as Freddy Krueger. Oh god, his makeup's really good. And as soon as I see somebody dressed as like a stormtrooper, I'm like, virgin. You know, so I shouldn't. As
you're there in an Erasure hat.
I don't remember once I went to there's a place in the UK, American listeners, called Flamingo Land. Now, Flamingo Land sounds like a mystical land full of flamingos and joy and wildlife. It's a theme park / zoo in Yorkshire, right? Which is I don't think anyone's ever been in the zoo. I think everyone just goes for the rides. And I can remember going when I was 17. And it was
That's far too old. I thought you were going to say 7 then. I was like, reasonable.
I went and it was a coach trip from Amble. So like my mum was there and my nana was there. And I was with my then girlfriend and I was just going out. I was so bored. And one of my cousins who's younger, she was like, and saying to me, Mum, she's going, oh, Auntie, can we go on the aeroplane ride? And it was one of those ones. It was, I'll never forget it. It was Red Arrow themed. So you sat in and you had the stick, so you could like lift it up and like the arm would lift you up, then push it down and it goes down. And she was like, well, we'll go on, but we'll just stay down. So me mum got on it. And she sat in.
What's the point in that? Just go in a car.
Just go up and down. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know what my mum's like. You were there the other night when my mum rang me to ask me to phone in a Chinese for her. This
was so funny. We were gigging together at the weekend, and you're on the phone, and then you come off and you're like, "Oh, it's just my mum. She wants me to order a Chinese for her." And I was like, "Well, it's not like you're in the you're literally living in different regions." Anyway, I don't know why did she want you to do that?
Lack of confidence.
Right, so don't move. Oh, bless her.
I know,
anyway, you rang up.
So that's what I mean. Yeah, I did. I ordered the Chinese, and they turn up, and she gives them the money.
But then she rang back, and this was so funny because you had her on loudspeaker, and I was in the room, still clearing, like, because we'd done a podcast, cleaning stuff away, and she was like
cleaning hair up off the floor,
shave Barry's head. Anyway, and your mum was like, E, and you're like, I was a Chinese, and you're like, oh, it was hot. Oh, great, it was hot. It was hot. It was lovely and hot. That's all she kept saying.
Yeah, she's good. And your dad, yeah, he opened it, and you know, it was really still hot. Like, are you seriously impressed by a foil-lined bag? But so that's the sort of woman she is. So on this aeroplane ride, she was like, we'll just go round. We'll just go round and round just on it, and we'll just keep it. So we're just going. And I said to her, I went, well, listen, it does lift off itself automatically, ma'am. So what you want to do is to keep it down. So you'll be sat. You just push it, just right to the all the way to the left. So that's like pointing it down. So you'll stay on the down. Of course, it wasn't. If you wanted it to stay down, you had to push forward on the stick. So my mum sat on with my cousin, pushed it all the way to the left, and it just started fucking doing 360 loops. She's just going round at ground high, just going in spiral. She's talking, Barry!
Oh, you poor man. Do you know flamingos? You know this fact about flamingos, that they're actually grey? But the reason they're pink is because they eat prawns. That's the diet, so it turns them pink.
Is that because, like, polar bears are, they're not, no, polar bears are white and their skin is see-through? No, that's not right.
That's not right.
Their hair's translucent, but their body's white. If you shaved a polar bear, its hair would be, like, see-through.
Who's shaving a polar bear? Who's found that out?
It just happened, bro, when he's just bored. Do you know what I mean? There's no...
Here we have the polar bear, and as I trim its hair, it's translucent.
Try to cut DA into his back. But no, I didn't know that. Prawns...
Yeah, so that's why they turn, or shrimp or whatever it is.
Oh,
Prawns
really?
and shrimp, so they turn pink. So, like, if that was you would be like a bangers and mash colour. But they say people turn... Wasn't there a kid that was just eating carrots and he turned a bit orange?
Turned pink? Do you not remember Sunny D?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It was insane, that stuff. They were like... I think they were using it for, like, rocket fuel or something at NASA. And then we're like, oh, hang on, we can bottle this and give it to kids. And they gave it to her, and all of a sudden, like everyone's going down. Why are all these kids getting diagnosed with ADHD? I tell you why, because we messed with their genetics with these bottles called Sunny D that made you glow in the dark. It was
Still available in Aldi.
I think it's banned now.
Should we do?
Let's do some worries.
Worries of the week. Worries of the week.
We've got a lot to worry about.
Worries.
You want to talk about your teeth?
I'm worried about my teeth.
I'm worried about your teeth.
I've got a gap and it's growing.
Why is it going big? I've noticed that, you know.
What, on me?
Yeah.
Oh, don't say that. But really, honestly, you have noticed. All right, no, if you have,
I'm just being a dick.
Oh,
Barry said at the weekend the gap in his teeth's getting bigger, so we were talking braces, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm going to get a brace." And when you found out how much they cost, you were like, "Do you know what? It's not that bad."
No, I was trying to find out if you could get them done on the cheap. Like, I'm not bothered about having an invisible one that no one can see. Honestly, you can make me look like Metal Mickey if you want. Just whack it all in and fix them.
You don't want to get it done on the cheap because you've seen how people spend $1,000 on the teeth and they still look bad. Do you know what I mean? People go to Turkey and they're just like a row. But they are, aren't they? They're like,
I love it when it goes wrong and they've got to do sad face, but they look like a piranha with all their little pointy teeth.
They still go wrong, so you want to spend money and get it done. Like, spend the money. Don't be going somewhere and getting one of your mates to give you a knockoff brace.
I've got my mate Ash. I got him in to download this yet. His missus is a dental nurse, I think, so I might see if they can, like, do it on the cheap.
No.
I got them in
you don't want to
download.
get your teeth... You don't want to... And I'm not being funny, right? She's a dental nurse, great, but she's not a dentist, right? So you wouldn't want to fit in a brace.
You pick it up, you learn.
All right, would you get a student nurse to do an amputation on you?
I had a student do my teeth once in Newcastle.
Well, that's how you've ended up like that.
And I didn't go to the dentist for 20 years, which is why I've got this big gap. Hey, speaking of big gaps in teeth, I was watching... Right, when you think of people with big gaps in their teeth, who do you think of?
Madonna.
Yeah.
Elton John.
Yeah, there you go. See, it does make sense what I was thinking. Glastonbury. Now I watched this because I watched Sparks. Right, been going a band 50 years. It was incredible. Like high notes, the falsetto, the performance, amazing. Right, it got like a few people on Twitter going, "Oh, Sparks were good." Right, Elton John was on. Right, I looked at Twitter. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's banger after banger. It's amazing. It's amazing." Da, 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 da. I thought he sounded like he was singing with a sock in his mouth.
I went to watch Elton John recently, and I thought it was brilliant. So I don't see what your issue is. I tell you what, do you know what they do when you watch Elton John live? Right, they have because me and Sally Ann Hayward were talking about this, and it was making us laugh. They have a big screen up so you can see him playing the piano, and I was talking about this at my gig last night because I was like when we're like, we don't believe he's playing it, so they've got to put footage up of his hands playing it, right?
Good point.
And I said to Sally, wouldn't it be really funny just for a laugh if midway through the concert they were just like some cloven hooves playing the piano, or just
or really long, delicate, feminine fingers.
He just switched it up, and everyone's like, "Hang on." Do you know what I want to do one year when I do a show? And I'm doing a work in progress, right? So I might get you, for the Women in Comedy Festival, I might get you to come down if you're free and do this. Because I was talking to Lou Conran one year. Do you know, like, when you watch a concert and they're like, they do a bit where they go, "This is the band," and the like Elton John did.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they're like, "On drums, Clive," and they come out like that. I just want to have one. I just want to have one person.
Fucking drummer called Clive.
Oh, I don't know. I've just made that up. They're all old, aren't they? Keith on bass guitar. But I want to have like just someone on stage with a tiny little drum kit like George Dawes. and then just sat there throughout the whole show, not even doing a single thing. And then midway through, like, "Now I'd like to introduce you to the band."
Oh, yes, I'm up for it. I'll do it. I'm well up for it. I'll get a little drum kit. I'll sit on my knees. And yeah, I'm well up for that. But don't reference it at all.
I'm not going to reference it until I do the introduce you to the band, and then you've got to do a riff.
Like it.
Play the end tune to EastEnders. But then you look at Guns N' Roses. Everyone's aging though, Barry. Like Guns N' Roses. I said we watched that, and I said to my boyfriend, I was like, "Oh, do you remember when he used to be pretty?" And he was like, "He's never been pretty." Who? And I was like, "No, I wasn't talking about Slash." He thought I was talking about Slash.
All right, so did I.
Well, then some people find Slash really attractive because he's so talented. They're like, "Oh." But no, Axl Rose. But he's old now, and of course he's old. So it's been like, how many? They've been around forever, so of course they're going to age. Now,
Yeah, it's still
so
good
people
looking.
should
Like,
be
I'm still a little bit in love with Claire Grogan, and she's well into her 60s.
But like, what's nice I thought about Glastonbury is it was all the old legends there. It wasn't like these sort of new. So it was Guns N' Roses, been around forever. Cat Stevens. I spoke to Molly McGuinness last night. It's like a newer comic in the 20s, and I was like, "What did you like at Glastonbury?" Expecting her to say, I said, "Who was the best?" And expecting her to say like all these sort of young ones, and she was like, Cat Stevens was the best. And then she went to watch Sparks, and she enjoyed Elton John, and she enjoyed Guns N' Roses and Debbie Harry and stuff. And I thought, oh, that's lovely that they've been around for forever, but they're still making all these new fans.
Still getting new fans. Yeah, I suppose so. And you know, I'd like, fucking hell, I don't think Elton John's crying into his tiara that some fat Geordie in Nottingham thought he sounded a bit like Vic Reeves. I don't think he's going to be gutted about it. But I just felt a bit out of sync with everyone. Like I felt like, oh, is it just me here? But I did see one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I've been and watched it so many times. I'm hoping you've seen it. You tend to be quite good at things that are sort of like quite zeitgeist. So you'll probably know what I'm talking about. And I don't know who the band was. I don't know who it was on stage. But it was obviously an important moment for this bloke. The guy holding his lighter up in the air.
I've seen it. I did a little meme about it on Twitter. So it's Guns N' Roses.
Is it?
And it's one of the slow songs. And he can't get his lighter started. Most people will share it on
the little clicky ones.
We'll share it on the Twitter if you haven't seen it. But he can't start his lighter, and the camera zooms in on him. And he's just It's like, when you try and start a lighter and there's a bit of wind and you can't
Yeah.
get it going, and it keeps going out, and they stayed, the cameraman knew what they were doing.
That's
They
why I
stayed
found
far
it
too
so
long.
funny. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was like, look at this knobhead, there's no gas in his lighter. Look, watch what is it? And it was just doing that little blue flame bit at the bottom. Like, oh,
Because now everyone uses their phones instead of lighters
Yeah.
at concert. People use their phone lights, but he was now, I'm going to stick with the lighter. That poor fella as well is now in work on a Monday. They're like, nah!
every time he goes into work, everyone in the office is like, click, 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 just clicking lighters in the air.
Because I did a joke about it, saying like trying to start your cooker in an Airbnb.
That's exactly what it is. That kind of, oh, hang on, I've nearly got a bit of blue spot. Oh, it just made me laugh so much. The guy's determination coupled with the cameraman who was like, do you know what? It's Sunday. I've had enough of this fucking festival.
I'd hate to be filmed. That's a worry, right? I'd hate to be filmed at one of those festivals. Because it's scorching hot. You've been in a tent for fucking 3 days, sweating, getting no sleep. You're hungover, and all of a sudden you're on high definition on the BBC for some twat on Twitter to write a comment about how shit you look. Like, I would hate it.
Really
I
get
would
those
hate it.
dilated pupils really high, so all your family know you're on pills.
It stressed me out seeing how many people were watching Elton John.
It's insane, wasn't it?
Yeah, like that overhead shot of the drone, probably by your fucking brother.
I know what you mean.
Because all I could think was, how did they get the toilet?
Oh, I hadn't even thought. Oh,
That
fuck,
was
that
my
stresses
first-
me now.
Yeah, that's my first thought was like, how, if you get a good seat, then, or good standing.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
you
if you
can't
need a
go.
wee, that's
You're-
all I'd think about. I wouldn't be enjoying Guns N' Roses because I'd be thinking about a slash. That's what I'd be thinking about. How am I going to get out and have a slash?
Very good.
Slash
Yeah,
is a
you're happy
horrible
with that,
word.
aren't you?
I am.
I can tell you're really happy
That's
with
a clip.
Do you know the? Because I watched it, and the bit that bothered me was those people who are right at the back. Like, are they even getting anything out of this? Because they're so far away. Surely even the screens need screens. Do you know what I mean? They're just like they're so far back. Like, it's like never mind screens. The fucking curvature of the earth would be blocking their view of him doing Rocket Man. It was insane amount of people. That did give me anxiety.
Well, this leads into my worry about festivals because I am doing Deershed Festival, and and it's a family-friendly festival. So my usual set won't apply. So I worry about that because I've done family-friendly festivals before, and because I'm not a family-friendly comic.
No.
I wouldn't say I'm not like.
No, you're not Roy Chubby Brown or anything, but you do swear.
Yes, I do. But I'm quite good at self-editing because I never swear in front of my mum and I never swear in front of my daughter. But sometimes when you have that extra pressure, it's like when you do radio and you're like, I know I can't swear, and I naturally swear in conversation. So you've got to, and then you don't feel relaxed because you're so on edge about not saying anything bad.
Yeah, the last time I did a festival, that wasn't download, because I do download, and obviously you get
I can't
away.
imagine moshes care about an F or
I've got a download set that I can only do at download, because anywhere else I'd get lynched. I did one once, and I was told, look, it's a family festival, so just bear that in mind, right? And I got a complaint for swearing. Now, this gig started at midnight, and I think it was called the Lost Village Festival or something, right? Because it was all in the woods, right? It was in the woods. The stage, like, in there, like, there was rockers on before me. Like, one of them spat into the audience. That tells you what it was like, right? I went on and, got a complaint because I was swearing. And some woman had a face on. I said, look, is it... I know who did the complaint, because I went, listen, if you're worried about swearing, you want to be more worried about when I report you to social services, because you're in the woods at midnight with your kid, right? I don't think me saying fuck is that much of a problem. And yeah, I've not. I've
How
been
old was the kid?
about 6 or 7.
Okay, yeah.
But what's
And
he?
you've been banned.
Yeah, I applied to do it again the next year and got told no. They said you're on the no list.
I love the way someone spat into the crowd.
Yeah,
But Barry Dodds is more offensive than phlegm.
yeah. Just unbelievable, and do you know what's really annoying? It's really close.
Oh,
It's really close.
that's the worst thing, isn't it? I'm doing Diva Fest as well, which is in Chester.
What's Diva Fest?
It's in Chester. And it's like a festival. They have a comedy tent as well. Music comedy tent. I did
Okay.
it last year, right? And the comedy tent, it's later this year, so it won't be as bad, but it's a family-friendly festival again. But they said there will be swearing. You need to, there's a note outside the tent. You know, if you want to bring your kid in, just be aware it's adult language. So they're like, you can do what you want, but, there might be children there, but they've been warned. The parents have been warned. We warned, the MC lets them know at the start of the show.
Yeah.
However, when you're in a tent in broad daylight and it was blazing broad daylight, and you can see the faces of parents with their children looking absolutely horrified when you start your breastfeeding material.
You're there on stage going, I've got a tit like E.T.'s finger. Come on, Jeremy, we're going. Let's get an ice cream.
I didn't do it. I started to talk about it, and then I thought, I could see the faces, because before I'd even said anything offensive, I thought, not offensive, but do you know what I mean? Anything that was a bit like, I thought, I can't do it. I can't do it. These middle class families coming in for a nice weekend away. So,
So what did you do?
I sort of self-edited it. But then obviously the punchlines were gone. So we just had a chat.
Just a TED talk.
I did a TED talk about breastfeeding.
Oh God,
I'm more prepared this year. I've got a festival set, hopefully.
Oh well, there's another one quite close to here again that I've not reapplied for this one because I just know the answer, but I've not been asked if I'm free for it, so I presume I'm banned from that. It's like a little acoustic festival near Burton-on-Trent, and I was the last act, and nobody had sworn. I was like, and I went on. I just went, "Look, I'm really sorry, but it might slip out," and I just went, and there were some kids on the front row, and I just went, "Hello." I went, "You're all right, aren't you?" And the kids went, "Yeah." And I went, "Do you know what? Come here. You can break the ice for me. Right. You're allowed to do this because I say it's all right. You can say your favourite naughty word into the microphone." And this little girl who must have been about 5 just got the mic and just went, "Cunt," straight. And I was like,
"Oh, that's too heavy."
Great. And everyone was horrified. And then I'm like...
At an acoustic festival as well.
The last act on the Sunday as well. It was... And then I was like, so I've recently become an uncle. Just trying to get on with me set. And I just... The whole tent was like, we're not angry. We're just really, really disappointed. Why did you do that?
Do you know what? I'll tell you this before we do some people's problems, because you reminded me of a gig. And I think I've told you this story before, but it's one of my favourites. So when I first started out, I did Trip Fest. So it's like a Trip Fest is where it's like a whole festival of tribute artists. So like the Reet Hot Chili Peppers and Take This or whatever, I don't know what they're called. Anyway, there was the actor I was travelling with was so keen to impress the promoter. He's like, I've been trying to get in with him for years. I really need to do well at this festival. And he was putting loads of pressure on himself, right? And then the timings at the festivals, we were behind. So we were on stage at the Comedy Tent later than what we should have been for some reason. So when this particular fella got on stage to start doing his set, which he'd worked himself up about, I need to do well. At the same time he started, but the fake Elton Gone or whatever he was called, comes on the main stage. So this fella went, hello, and then all you heard was, Saturday, like blasting. Couldn't hear a word out the Comedy Tent, right? It was so distracting. And then the fella just went, like dead red, and he was like, he said to the promoter, who was at the back of the room, what should I do? And the promoter went, carry on.
Oh,
and he had to do 10 minutes over the song. About you literally couldn't hear anything else other than this fake Elton John.
Could have been worse. What if it was Candle in the Wind? That's a tough song to crack gags to.
And it seems to me. So I was wanking in a Ford Fiesta. Live your life.
Oh God. Well, yeah. Festivals are. I'm just. Do you know what? Download's the only one that I'll do.
Tell us your festival nightmares. Tell us your stories about festivals. Get in touch. The warriorspodcast@gmail.com. If you're a Patreon, drop us a line on there. Let's do some of your worries.
Going to say one of the acts will get in touch from Download. There's no word of a lie. I won't name the act, but there was an act who had a really hard time at Download this year, and someone threw a mouse trap at him.
Was it an open mouse trap?
To a gig. A what?
An open mouse trap?
Yeah. It was like one of those wooden ones with the spring.
Yeah, I
where
know,
it comes
but
back.
so like, if it hit them, imagine if it hit them in the face, on the nose.
It hit him on the chest, and it like.
Yeah, but he could have
shut.
snapped on the nose and got the nose in the mouse trap.
It would have got a laugh, which is more than he was getting. Worries, your worries.
It's time for your worries. BJ will make them worse.
This is the part of the show where you tell us your worries and we make them ever so much worse. If you have a worry you'd like us to make worse, get in touch, thewarriorspodcast@gmail.com. Or if you're a patron, you take priority because you give us some of your dollars. So send them, DM us on Patreon as well. So we have had a worry from Yahya, who says, "Hiya, Barry and Hayley. Hope you're enjoying the break from the podcast. We've just come back. Thank you very much." They said, "I'm 27 and in that phase of my life where majority of my friends are married and having kids, etc. While I have my own interests, things just haven't worked out romantically for me, and I can't help but worry I'm falling behind in life and milestones. Your advice, comments or suggestions would be appreciated."
Oh, no, you do you. You do you.
27, you don't need those commitments at 27.
No.
27, right, you don't need to worry about these things because I guarantee you all your friends who are married or who are in relationships are looking at you going, "Oh, I wish I had that."
Yeah, I wish I was having fun still, but no, here I am stuck in a monotonous grind. No, 27, nah. Don't take anything seriously till you get to 40, I reckon. Piss around till 40.
Maybe not. Maybe something seriously like rent payments and.
Even.
Can I ask, what were you doing at 27? Where were you?
I was in a house with lots of other stand-up comedians and regularly passed out drunk. I did not grow up until like well into my 30s. It was, that I had that chaotic. I was in that chaotic phase of my life. Like I honestly can't remember much of my 20s, but it was fun by all accounts. Several people would speak to me. That's always a good sign that you've had a laugh.
There you go. You're already doing better than Barry Yaha. So, like,
What about
27,
you? What were you doing at 27?
Do you know what? I was really successful. I had a job in the city. I've always wanted to say that.
Tesco local.
27. I think I was like, I probably felt similar actually, because was I in a relationship at 27? Yeah, I was, but it didn't work out, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just wait until all your friends break up, and then you can just you'll be the shoulder to cry on, and you can just watch them lose half their house.
You're welcome. Enough. Right. One more. Let's do one more. Let me just find one.
I've got one that I want to read, actually.
Yeah, go on then.
Matt Hardy's been in touch. Now, he's actually not addressed this to us. He's addressed it to Kurt, It says, "Dear Kurt, the conscientious pedestrian, I want to thank you for your diligence when pressing a crossing button and actually waiting for the green man, not because of mothers teaching their kids to do the right thing, not even for your own safety. The main reason for my thanks is because as a driver, there is nothing more infuriating than having to stop at a red light on a pedestrian crossing that's fucking empty because some cunt, brackets Barry, has pressed the button and not bothered to wait, is 100 yards down the road leaving a trail of smughead fluid behind, unaware that I'm sat here waiting for Casper the friggin' Ghost to cross. Twats. Love, Matt."
So last week's episode, if that doesn't make sense.
Touched a nerve?
Yeah. Kurt in last week's episode said one of his worries that he waits for the green man to come on when crossing, even when the road's completely clear, and he was worried about it. And Barry was like, just cross. So there you go. I can see what they mean though, because people press the button and they cross, and then the cars are just waiting there, and there's nothing there.
I don't even press the button. So you're wrong there, Matt. I don't press the button. I'm the knobhead you've got to swerve out the way for.
He just rolls across the bonnet like a 70s detective show.
But what I love about this is the anger in which it's been written. Like, he's proper. He's quite. But isn't that the bloke who normally writes to us as the dog?
Yeah, Dougie the dog.
Yeah, why is Dougie the dog not right there? Ruff, ruff, dear Kurt, please. Barry was a very naughty boy by pressing the button and not ruff, waiting for the green man.
When people say, how's the podcast going? We go, yeah, we've got dogs writing to us. Can I just say as well, very quickly, and people who follow the show will know, Vicky Hogarth's one of the OGs. She was at my gig last night and she was talking about getting a Warriors tattoo, and I couldn't tell whether she was being serious or not, and it genuinely concerned me.
Yeah, do not get that done.
Because we don't know how long this is going to last, Vicky.
We've no idea. And only one of us is CRB checked. Do you want to take that gamble?
And that's me. So you know what I mean? Let's see how well that works out. He's already flying drones over people's houses.
All right.
You don't want that tattooed on your leg, Vicky, is what I'm saying.
Cheers for joining us, everyone. Get in touch. Send us some worries. We're ready for your worries. Send them over.
We're ready for your worries. We need your worries. We're running short.
We need your worries.
We are here every Monday, apart from when I decide to go on holiday. And as part of the Patreon, we are here every Friday. We're banging out more content now on Patreon as well. You get an episode every Friday, a bonus one, but also every now and again we'll do little clips. We did one the other day where I cut Barry's hair because he lost a bet. Hopefully we'll be doing lots of more things on there as well. So if you would like to support us, we would be ever so grateful. It just keeps this going. And the longer we keep it going, the more chance Vicky has of getting a tattoo. So sign up to the Patreon. Have a lovely weekend.
Hashtag get Vicky tattooed.
And we will see you soon.
Cheers, everyone.
You have been listening to the Warriors podcast, hosted by me, Hayley Ellis, and him, Barry Dodds.
All artwork by John Cooper and Matthew Reed. All editing and audio by Hayley and Barry, with additional sound production by Grinters.
If you'd like to get in touch, then send us an email to thewarriorspodcast@gmail.com, or you can find us on Twitter @thewarriorspod.
Thanks for listening.